Hey guys, Sup, Ready here for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council, and we have another duel video. And this one is me actually playing Blue Eyes for once in my entirety of playing IRL duels for you guys. Quick little note for you guys, it won't be an IRL duel next week. QQ, Kathy's going on a break, so I don't believe, and I have some business work to be handled with, so I don't believe we're going to have a duel video for that week. So it's going to be like a 1 week break of duel videos, just so you're forewarned. There'll still be tons of videos. Like, I'm not going to stop posting videos, but like when it comes to IRL duels, it's going to be like on a 1 week break. Once in a while that's going to happen. So pretty much like you'll get 46, I guess, IRL duels, or possibly even more than that a year from me now, because I'm trying to be very, very consistent on this. So here I start with the Maiden into the Bright Star. This is alpha version of V5, V5 being version 5 of Blue Eyes, and also meaning that this was in testing. I wasn't fully decided on an extra deck at this point in time. He's going to play the Fiendish Chain into the Chain Link 2, and I'm going to drop the Chalice. I believe it's Chain Link 2. Okay, so Chalice is Chain Link 4. If I'm not mistaken, because it's really late, like really early in the morning. So I go for Star Eater because I know how Infernitys play, and especially that's my build. So I know what I'm going against. And I know how Mikey likes to play, not to sound that way. So I'm not going to overextend in this case. I'm not going to try to unless I can recover extremely quickly. Here's the Cards of Consequence into 2 cards. I top deck a trade-in, which you will notice in a second. I am a sacky player. I will be the first and last person to tell you that, without question. Here comes the trade-in play, and I send that beautiful Trihorn that I can now banish out for the Light Dragon sitting in my hand. See, it didn't take that long for it to become alive. At this point, I was also running Lava Lull Chain to ensure that, you know, I can make it easier and drop it easier. At this point, Mikey just, like, had to walk away for a second. You can actually catch that, a little bit of it. Because here I get an Armadades and I get a double search. And at this point, he's just like, holy crap, Ryu, what the hell did you just do? This not only speeds up the deck, but allows you to put field presence and keeping 2 cards in hand for the 2 cards you use to make the synchro. That's how good this version is, and that's why the mini Chaos Dragons are in it. In case you haven't seen the deck profile, just ask me, you know, say, hey, can you link me the deck profile, and I'll link it in the comments for you. He's going to play an MST. There's not really anything he can do anymore. And he knows it. He even said it. And at this point, I'm just going to say, screw it, overextend. Because I have the mini Chaos. And this is where I actually show off the Lava Lull Chain. And basically, my idea behind running it was summon Lava Lull Chain, stack to the top of the deck, stack that Red Eyes. Because I have the Eclipse, pardon me, I have the Serpent to get, but that's game 1 right there. On to game 2. Alright guys, game 2, and as always I put them together so that way you guys don't have to like sit there and go through 20 freaking videos and wait for me to post it. And okay, so Mikey's going first. We're not using that rule yet because it's not Japan, just saying. And then one Infernity Mirage is going to haunt him this game. He's trying to decide, do I set it or whatnot. Pro tip is always set that Mirage if you have it in hand like that, so that way your Archfiend can be live if you top deck them or something like that. I'm going to Cards of Consequence straight into the Blue Eyes into a draw 2, then of course a trade in. Look at my epicness. Look how epic I'm getting. I'm just going to set 2 and summon a Maiden in my turn. I've done enough plussing for the turn. He's going to summon Street Patrol, and I'm like, Bottomless? Like, okay. I don't believe he has anything that stops the Bottomless. So, that Bottomless too good, because I already know he has the Fiendish Chain in recap, and that's pretty much what you wanted to do, was chain it on top of Maiden. Because obviously I was going to do it. And here, look at this. He gets another one. It's like, bloop. Activate effect, play warning. And I'm like, okay, that's pretty sacky. So I take the 16. He already took 2,000, so I have a 400-point lead. And yeah, this half is a little bit longer. Here comes the Bright Star. I know a lot of you who played the deck would say, yeah, Bright Star gets in the way like that. You know, it's useless sometimes. Brightstar to me is always, you know, if I'm not using it as a combo piece, I'm using it as a swing piece. If I'm not using a swing piece, I'm using it as Synchro Exceed material. And this is just perfect right here. You're gonna see, I banish out the White Dragon for the Dark Serpent, and I was going to overlay. I'm just making sure, you know, Mikey doesn't have anything to stop it. So I believe it. See, this is why I used Lava Low Chain again, and it didn't make the final cut. Now he's gonna flip up the Phoenix Chain. I'm like, okay, banish, summon Light One. The sack is real. See, it's not that hard. And they just float on top of each other. But if they're detached as Exceed material, you're not going to get the Surge, so that kind of sucks. He's going to de-prison that one, and I'm just going to play the Lance. I believe I play Lance. I'm not fully sure. I was kind of like, do I play Lance? I said, screw it, I'll play Lance. I want to keep it on the board so I have a floater. Yeah, I could just float. I'm going to take some damage. That's perfectly fine. I'm not really in like a red zone. He throws an Infernity Barrier at me. That pro throw. You know, that pro throw, that 1600 damage to my life points as he threw it at me. Now we're just like verifying a few things, I believe, where he's taking his time deciding his move. I'm not fully sure right now what's going on. Okay, here comes the Mirage in attack mode. That makes his barrier live, be forewarned. So, let's see. Making sure there's no misplay there. Cards of Consequence, draw the 2. Get the Blue Eye Search. He could have barriered that, and I would have just gotten the Blue Eye Search, but there was no Blue Eyes in deck. I believe I have all 3 in my hand or whatnot at this point. He's laughing. I don't mean to keep going on. It's just like I'm waiting because it was a lot of thought process, and I was like, Heroes Tribute, summon Trihorn. He's like, what the hell? I'm like, get Search off Tribute. Phoenix Chain now dead. It's like, yay, smack Mirage. And then at this point, I think he has a de-prison because Phoenix Chain ain't going to do nothing against me. Ain't going to do squats. So he takes that 2850, that beautiful 2850. See, that's something you could do too, is get a little bit creative by basically tributing the mini Chaos Dragons with like a monster that's been hit by Phoenix Chain. And then your opponents will look at you for like 10 minutes and like, why the hell would you do that? And you're just laughing for about a half hour. So here I'm going to overlay, I believe, into Felgrand. He's usually the one I go into first. Yep, I went into Felgrand. I like going Thunder Ends if I'm ending games or I'm swarming. Like I want to get my opponent swarm away, pretty much like if they Pendulum Summon. Thunder End Dragon's your best friend. So he's going to play Compulse. I'm like, okay, Chain. He goes Phoenix Chain. I'm like, okay. Effect negated, Felgrand bounces. I technically put him in Graveyard Force of Habit, but Mikey clearly reminds me that he goes back to the extra deck. So it's not a misplay, it's just a misstep. So there's no real damage done there. Here I'm banishing one of each because guess what? I got too many ones to play with. And they are super excited to play with Mikey, and Mikey was not happy about this one. I go Dagusto Emerald, he's going to go Infernity Break. And I'm just thinking to myself, oh my god, he's got all the counters for days. Because I wanted to get that Blue Eyes on the field. So at this point, he's going to summon that Avenger and go into... does he summon that at this point? I don't remember fully, I'm sorry. He does. He's going to Synchro into the level 4 Fiend, which I don't agree with, but more power to you. That, you know, if you like it, more power to you. So he goes into this. I had to make sure because I did have something to kill it, but he would have just gotten the 2 monsters back and it would have been pointless. And I was like, I don't know if I should do it or not. I was like, I'll take the damage, see about next turn, and see what happens. I top deck a trade-in, and yes, I send that Blue Eyes to the graveyard. Hit it with the barrier, hit that barrier, get the Blue Eyes out. Blue Eyes attacks, and yeah, there we go. He's gonna play Upstart at this point. He's gotta get that draw off. This is kind of the part in time where Upstart won't help you nearly as much as you want it to. And I think he brings back Avenger, if I'm not mistaken. Oh wait, he doesn't bring none back. Okay, so I go main phase 2, just so it's clear. I go main phase 2, and I go Audrey's Silver Dragon because at this point I need the momentum. Here, I think he's going to basically just like Roid Stomp with that Infernity Break on it. So I'm just like waiting on the response. I go a little bit ahead because the camera doesn't like taking 10 minutes. I don't know why. It's like something with the with the camera. It like stops at 10 minutes and then you gotta start up again. So I didn't want to end up doing that. That's the only reason I rushed a little. So trading again. I did send a target. Mikey can confirm that in the comments if no one believes me. I actually did send a target. I'm gonna hit it with Newit's. Set 2 cards. He's gonna set that mirror for us. And we're coming at the close. Let's do this. I get the Maiden. Maiden too good. Maiden too OP. I'm gonna synchro for the greatest synchro ever. Infernitys. Infernitys attack. She takes the damage. You're gonna set. You can't even use that right now. Let me explain something to you guys real quick. In a set 5 back row kind of format like this, especially against decks like, you know, Fire Fist or whatnot, take out their monsters, that's how you win the game, is Infernitys right there. Infernitys or Star Eater. It's not even that hard to really do because you just basically sit there, punch them, sit there, punch them, sit there, punch them, look pretty, sit there, punch them, sit there, punch them, look pretty, win game. And pretty much that's what I'm going to do to wrap up the game because there's nothing he can do. Because Infernitys just pooped on his Infernitys. His low Infernitys. I have Forbidden Lance, that's the only reason I overextended here. Mainly just because I could. And I just wanted to go for Azurize. To get a little revenge, you know. He kept taking them out. You saw the plays. He kept taking them out. It drove me crazy. But thank you guys for watching. If you like what we saw, make sure to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe for more. I'm ready for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council. And that's also Mikey. Peace.